I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for being with us, Nate. I'm originally from Boston, actually.
My
I moved
pleasure.
to California from Boston, and I know that you're living in Cambridge right now. Tell me, with regard to this fire yesterday, were you able to see any of that smoke, or did that affect anybody that you know?
No, I mean, I was fortunate not to have anybody that I know affected by it, but my heart certainly goes out to those that were injured and, of course, killed in the fire. It's a real tragedy.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Boston's mourning today.
Yes, absolutely. Well, our hearts and thoughts are with you guys out there in Massachusetts. So I had a chance to go through the books last night. Alien in My Pocket #1 in particular is something I'm going to give to my nephew. Tell us a little bit about the books.
Awesome.
I know that you're an MIT graduate. How'd you get into writing children's books?
Well, it's kind of funny. It wrapped together the things that I kind of did as a kid and then also professionally after I graduated in mechanical engineering. Because when I was little, I mean, like most kids, I was really curious about how the world worked. And I loved solving problems and trying to make things. And so after I became a mechanical engineer and actually started hosting TV shows about engineering on PBS, I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I could try to bring the excitement of science and engineering in the hands-on way that I love to even more kids through a book series. So I started writing.
And these books seem fairly interactive. I mean, it seems like something that kids, you know, ages 6 to 10 could enjoy with their parents and then actually go out and conduct the experiments. Is that right?
Yes, that's exactly my hope. I mean, science and engineering, they're interactive processes. I mean, it's all about the real-world applications, especially for me and my interest in it. So I've written the books to be as engaging as the process itself is. And in the books, so there's a little tiny alien named Amp, and he turns out to be about 4 inches tall. Now, he's been sent to Earth to try to scout it out for takeover. But of course, being a 4-inch tall alien, it's going to be kind of hard for the rest of his species to come in and take over when they're so tiny.
Right.
So Zach, the 4th grader, whose bedroom he crash lands into, has got to learn a bit of science to help out keeping Amp safe and ideally get him back to his home planet to call off the attack. And so in the story, I build up each adventure around an actual hands-on project that I loved as a kid. In the first book, Blast Off is all about the classic 2-liter pop bottle rocket, which is the project that got me excited about science when I was a 4th grader.
And tell us, where does the series continue on from there? I know it's a 3-part series. Where does it go after that?
It's actually going to be at least 6, and the 3rd book will be coming out in May. So each book centers around a project that the kids do themselves, and then, of course, the instructions to recreate that project yourself are in the back of each book. So in the 2nd book, it's a big electromagnet project, which Zach accidentally has superpowered by Amp's spaceship. The 3rd book, called Radioactive, you actually get to build your own radio transmitter. So you can plug it into your iPhone and record a message and transmit it to a nearby radio.
Hey, but I did read that you're an All-American pole vaulter. Tell us about that.
Yeah. I got into it when I was a 5th grader because my big sister was a pole vaulter and I wanted to be just like her.
Right.
But I got really hooked. And it's funny, actually, MIT's had a really solid pole vault squad, at least for Division III, over the years. And it's one of the more technical sports you can really pursue. And so, actually, I vaulted at MIT and did pretty well, and then I also became a coach. And it's kind of fun. I think it's a good example of how when you have a decently solid technical skill set, it enables you to be more successful at just about everything, whether it's coaching a technical event like the pole vault, or trying to start a business, or troubleshooting email settings on your iPhone. I mean, it's useful across the board.
I totally agree. Nate, you are a competitive beatboxer. Well, we've got about 15 seconds left. You could send our California viewers out with a little beatboxing if you want.
Oh, you bet. Yep, you bet. Check out Alien in My Pocket.
Awesome.
That was awesome, Nate. All right, that is Nate Ball. Well done, sir. The book is Alien in My Pocket. Our thoughts are with you guys in Boston. Nate, take care. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much, Rob. Glad to be here.